Okay. A very good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
I welcome everyone into this new session of grammar. There is no word of introduction, but as this is one of the first class of ours, let me introduce myself. My name is Anju V. Menon, your grammar teacher, okay, for the year 2001 and 2022. Okay, I know that you're all sitting home and there is nothing to do with. Here you'll be getting a good platform to communicate, to interact, to play, to dance, to move, to kick, to fight. Okay, so I welcome you everyone into the grammar class. Okay, so as you know, there is no introduction needed for you guys about the grammar. Let me start from the spelling. The spelling of grammar is G-R-A-M-M-A-R. It's not E-R. Okay, so this is our grammar class. Grammar is something which talks about the structure of a sentence, how beautifully we construct one sentence. How can we use beautiful language to communicate with each other? How can we improve our vocabulary? If there is a singular subject is used, what can be used after the singular subject? Okay, and at the same time, how to set a punctuation mark, everything we learned last year. This year, the first 5 worksheets are based on subject-verb agreement. Okay, subject-verb agreement. First 5 worksheets are completely based on the topic subject-verb agreement. Okay, so let me ask you a question. What is subject? So before jumping into the subject and before jumping into the verb, let me ask you a question. What is a sentence? Can anyone define a sentence? Yes, Aldis?
Subject
is a group of meaningful words.
Yeah, very good. The
Statement.
meaningful arrangement of words which gives us some sense or a complete sense is called a sentence. Okay, it has 2 different parts. Okay, a sentence is divided into 2, subject and predicate. Okay, we have 2 parts, subject part and predicate part. Okay, as you all know, we need a subject today here. Okay, we need a subject. We are going to talk about the subject today. Listen, what is a subject? What is a subject? In a sentence, Anthony Vijo is writing a poem. Okay, here in the sentence, Anthony Vijo is writing a poem. Okay, what is he doing? He is writing a poem. So we got the action, right?
Yes,
writing. What is he doing? You said, ma'am, he is writing a poem. Okay, so you got the action word. As you all know, action words are verb. But if I ask a question, who is writing a poem? Definitely you will be giving me an answer, Anthony, right? So I am getting either a noun or a pronoun in the form of a subject, right?
Yes,
So remember children, a subject can be a name of a person or it can be a name of a thing. Chair. Chair or a pen is on the table. Pen is on the table in the sentence. In the sentence, pen. Okay, pen is the subject because I kept the pen on the table. Okay, so pen, the noun. She is a smart girl. So here a pronoun she is in the position of a subject. As I have told you, if you divide a sentence into 2 different parts, this one, subject. Okay, subject and predicate. Subject is the doer of an action, a person who is doing an action. In a sentence is said to be the doer of an action. So a subject is a noun or a pronoun in use. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
yes,
And
ma'am.
normally, or if it is generally speaking, we are normally giving a subject in the beginning of a sentence. We are starting normally with the subject. If you are writing a sentence, we definitely begin our sentence with the subject, but not always. Remember the question, do you know me? I have a question for you. Do you know me? So there I have written the subject to you after do the auxiliary verb. So not always it is used in the beginning of a sentence. In a question you can see I have placed after an auxiliary verb the subject is. Right? And also in an imperative sentence, we are not using the subject at all. Right? Imperative sentences, get out, open the door, get me some water, where we are not using subject. Instead of that subject is just hiding there. So subject is you, we are very clear, okay, for an imperative sentence, but not always, but in some cases we are, or normally or generally speaking, we are, or the position of a subject is at the beginning of a sentence. Keep this in your mind. So subject is the doer of an action, okay, subject is the doer of an action. At the same time, it can be a noun or pronoun in use. Okay, I have told you, it can be Devika, it can be Anna, it can be Ananta Krishna, it can be Ashish, Ameya, it can be he, she, it, whatever it is. But at this day also, it can be a pronoun and a noun. Okay, so remember this. And also remember, we are normally beginning a sentence with a subject. Okay, subject we got. Once we remove the subject from a sentence, the rest of the part is said to be the predicate of a sentence. Okay, once we remove the subject, the rest normal part of a sentence is said to be the predicate of a sentence. Okay, how or what makes a predicate predicate? What helps us to identify the predicate, or what is the speciality of a predicate? Can you tell me? What makes a predicate complete? Don't worry, the verb. Okay? The verb which help us to identify the tense form, the complete verb help us to identify the predicate part. Once we remove the subject, the rest of the part, that means the part which is starting from the verb is coming under the predicate part. Predicate is complete if there is a finite verb in it. Am I clear, children?
Yes,
Yes,
Am I
ma'am.
clear? Sri Rudra, am I clear? Okay, fine. So, we discussed about subject. We said the special features of a subject, and we also discussed about the verb. I have told you, verbs are also known as action words in English grammar. Okay, the action, I am at present standing just in front of you and doing an action. What am I doing? Which action am I doing here?
Teaching.
Definitely I am teaching, or you can say that ma'am is talking. Ma'am is talking to us. Ma'am is teaching us English grammar. And what you guys are doing in return?
ma'am, we are studying.
You are studying or you are listening to my
Listening to
class. If I am
the
talking, you
class.
should listen, right? If you listen, I should, if you talk, I should have to listen to you guys, right? So there is an exchange, an action is going on. And these action words are called the verbs in English grammar. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Now, let us talk about, see, in grammar, I have told you 7 standard worksheet. First 5 worksheets are based on subject, verb, agreement. Our topic for today is subject, verb, agreement. Okay, there is an agreement. There is a connection between the subject and the verb in a sentence. When you write a sentence, you should think about the agreement between the subject and the verb. Okay, what do you mean by subject and verb agreement, children? Do you have any idea? See, if I'm giving you a noun, okay, think about the plural of that, okay? Boy. What is the plural of the noun boy?
Boys.
Ma'am, boys.
Girl, boys. Okay. If it is woman,
Women.
women. If it is woman, W-O-M-A-N, woman, it is the plural for that is women. Okay. And what is man? What is the plural of man?
Men.
Men. Flower?
Flowers.
Flowers. Okay. Grape? Grapes. Butterfly?
Butterflies.
Flies. Okay. Tree?
Trees.
So, to make a noun plural, you are adding S or ES or IES at the end. Butterflies, flowers, trees, or whatever it is. Okay, so you are changing a noun into plural by adding S or ES at the end. But how to make a verb singular? Is jump a singular verb? No, never. Okay, we have to add S, ES or IES with the verb to make the verb a singular one. The word singular is starting with letter S, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
The first letter of the verb or the word singular is S. So to make a verb singular, it must end with the sound S. I'm hissing here. I'm a snake. I'm hissing here to make you register everything in your brain. So if it is play, the verb play is plural. What is the singular of the verb play?
Plays.
Plays. I want to hear that hissing sound at the end.
Play.
If it is play,
Plays.
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 I want to know, please. Play, plays. Okay, play, plays. Jump,
Jumps.
jumps. Okay,
Move.
moves. Be a cobra, children. Be a cobra, and it's not the cobra that is actually in the movie Action Hero Biju, right? It's not cobra like that. We are talking about the real actual cobra and it's a hooting and hissing sound, not hooting sound, hissing sound. Okay, so take it. So to change a verb into singular, it should end with s, es, or ies. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Jumps. He moves. He plays. He laughs. See, every singular sound which is ending with sound. Sound. Singular? Yes. Okay, to change a verb into singular, we have to end the verb with s, es, or ies. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what is the plural form of the verb kick?
Kicks.
I asked for plural, not for singular. Shame. Not listening to the class. You are eagerly hissing. Kick itself. If kick is plural, it is kick. Okay, so remember the base form of the verb is actually plural in form. Am I clear? The base form, play, jump, move, dance, sing, whatever it is actually plural in form. The base form of the verb is plural in form. If you add s, es, ies with the verb, you are changing the verb into singular. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that very clear for you guys?
Yes, very clear.
Okay, so we are going to talk about the first rule, or we are going to talk about the basic rule. Okay, basic rule, the most important rule that you have to register in your mind when you write or when a subject and verb agreement comes. The basic rule is, see children, listen carefully. If your subject is singular, use a singular verb with the singular subject. If your subject is plural, you must use a plural verb with the subject. Okay, let me share the screen for you guys. Can you see here?
Yes, ma'am.
Subject we explained. I have told you children, subject is the person or thing that is doing an action. Okay, and this is a thing or a person that is the focus of the sentence also. And also I discussed the point, it can be a noun or a pronoun in a sentence. Okay, and also I said the position of the subject is most of the times, not always, most of the times the beginning of the sentence. Okay, I have told you, do you know me? It's a question. The subject is not used in the beginning, it comes after the auxiliary verb, right? So in most of the cases, most of the times we are actually giving a position to the subject only in the beginning of a sentence. Okay, this is what we discussed a few about the subject, and also we discussed about the verb. I've told you children, verbs are the action words. Verbs are the action words, and it describes what the subject is doing. See here, a little girl who is keeping, she is actually reading a book. So read is an action word. Here, the smart fellow is eating a leg, chicken leg. Okay, he's alone eating a big chicken leg. So eat is a verb. Okay, so action words are these, and also we discussed about the first rule of subject verb agreement. I request everybody to note the basic rule. This is the most important rule, comes under subject verb agreement. There is an agreement between the subject and the verb. Look at here children, a singular subject takes a singular verb. Singular subject takes a singular verb, whereas a plural subject takes a plural verb. I repeat, if the subject is singular like John, Okay, I told you children, to make a verb singular, we should use S at the end. S, ES or IES at the end. So I have added the letter S to make a verb singular. So John is a singular subject, so I have used likes the singular verb. At the same time, they a plural subject, so I have used to speak the plural verb with the plural subject. Am I clear? So this
Yes,
is the
ma'am.
most important rule that you should keep in your mind. Okay, you have to use a singular verb with a singular subject, a plural verb with a plural subject. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
You're
ma'am.
clear.
What is how to change or how to make a verb singular? This question to Vaiga. Vaiga, please tell me how to make a verb singular. Vaiga, can you hear me? Our video is stuck. Abhyuday Josh. Abhyuday, how to change a verb singular form?
Ma'am, singular.
How to make a verb singular?
By adding S.
Yes?
By adding S.
Only yes? E, yes?
Yes. Yes.
And also IES.
Okay.
So S, ES or IES. That is why when you write present tense, you used to write, when you were in lower classes, there you have written subject plus verb plus S or ES or IES form. Do you remember that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, because to make a verb singular, we should have to add S, ES or IES form in present tense. Okay? So to make a verb singular, you have to add or you need to add yes, ES or IES with the verb. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. You're clear.
So what is the basic rule? I am just asking this question to Ashish Uni. Ashish, tell me what is the basic rule of subject-verb agreement? The first rule, the basic rule.
Ma'am, a singular subject takes a singular word and a plural subject takes a plural verb.
Okay, so let me share. Thank you. I am just moving to the next person. Ayush Tej, please tell me what is the first rule or the basic rule in English grammar, which is coming under subject-verb agreement. Ayush Tej, are you there in the classroom? Ayush, can you hear me? Ayush Tej, can you hear me? I can see the fan is rotating. Why can't you reply? Your video is not stuck as a few ads have come now, right? The person is stuck, but Amma is moving at the back. So I can see the fan, which is rotating, and Ayush is still sitting still. Don't cheat, teach us via online classes. Now the fan also stuck. So let us move to the next person. I'm just moving to Steve Tekundala. Steve, please tell me what is the definition, the basic rule for subject-verb agreement.
And Ayush is saying he is not able to unmute.
Ayush, you're not getting me. He's facing some network issue in between his video. It's not working. What is the basic rule, Steve?
A singular subject takes a singular verb.
Whereas?
Ma'am, I didn't write that.
I don't want you to write. I have shown 2-3 examples over here. So with the examples in your mind, you please tell. I don't want the exact words written in that paper or in the slide. It is very simple. You said the first point. Ma'am, if the subject is singular, we should use singular verb. Okay, fine. So what is the second point? If the subject is singular, you are using singular verb. So, if the subject is plural,
Use
along with the,
ES or
what is it?
ES or IES.
If the subject is plural, Hiba Fatima,
Yes, ma'am. A singular subject takes a singular verb, whereas a plural subject
whereas, not where is, whereas,
a plural subject takes a plural verb.
Steve, your friend said shame. Okay,
Ma'am, 1 second, ma'am.
so I am moving to Fidel Babu. Fidel, please,
Yes, ma'am.
what is the basic rule? Fidel, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Now you tell me what is the basic rule we discussed here. Afternoon, stomach is full with chicken curry and rice. So not even listening to the grammar class. So no response. I am Muhammad, my son. Please save me from this. Tell me what is the basic rule?
Can you repeat?
I cannot hear.
Can you repeat?
I want you to repeat the basic rule under subject verb agreement. Just now we discussed subject verb agreement, basic rule.
Subject plus. Hello.
I haven't given any plus or minus or anything. Afternoon shaking his head. Oh, grammar. I want Sri Lakshmi to repeat. Boys.
Singular subject takes singular verb,
Whereas
plural subject takes plural verb.
verb. So I'll show with the help of a picture now. See? Look at the picture. How many birds? What is it? It's a hummingbird. A beautiful hummingbird. Okay? How many birds are here, Adul Krishna?
One bird.
One bird. So is it singular or plural, Adul?
Ma'am, singular.
Singular. So if the verb is fly, how to change this fly into its singular form? Adul.
Flies.
Excellent. We have to use flies. Since as the bird is only one, it is singular in use, we should have to use a singular verb. Okay? So a bird flies. See? A bird flies. It's only one, so we have to go for using flies. See? S or ES or IES. We changed IES, the word FLY into IES pattern. Okay? So a bird flies. So now look at this picture. How many birds are here, Seba?
Ma'am, 2 birds.
2 birds. Singular or plural?
Plural.
So what is the plural form of the verb fly?
Ma'am, fly itself.
Fly itself. So we have to use birds fly in the sky. Okay? Birds fly in the sky. Am I clear? So here it is 2. It is plural, more than one, plural in form. So we have to use the base form of the verb. Okay? Base form of the verbs are called the plural forms of the verb. Am I clear? At the same time, if you have a singular subject, so you have to go for using its singular form. If it is jump, use jumps. Okay? If it is play, use plays. Okay? If it is move, use moves. Okay, these are the singular forms. Please note, all these words are ending with S or ES or IES sound pattern. Am I clear? So according to the basic rule, if the subject is singular, use a singular verb. If the subject is plural, you have to use a plural verb. Now I want you to tell me a few sentences with the help of this rule. I also want you to write the definition in a paper. Okay? So please write heading, subject verb agreement. I request everybody to write subject verb agreement.
Ma'am, should we write it in our lecture notes?
If you are writing it on the lecture note later, you please make it, because this is the same thing I'm going to send. If you're writing in a fair note, you can utilize that. Save time. Okay, no problem. You keep notes, lecture notes, and whatever it is, you keep it with you. And if you want to make your note very neat and clean, like Smriti is a person who is always thinking a note should be very neat. I appreciate that. So write everything in a lecture note, and later on you can rewrite it. So it's a pattern for studying also. So keep it, no problem. I'm not stressing, but I want everything in a proper way. Okay, in a note, in a file. Okay, keep different files, and grammar files should be. We actually wanted you to submit before the term one examination. We'll send a message for all the class groups to bring the file on that particular day. You need to produce it into the school also. Okay, so my dear children,
Ma'am, your voice is breaking for me. I think some network issues.
I think you are facing some network issue.
I cannot hear you properly. It's breaking.
Okay, children. Okay, we were discussing about the basic rule of subject-verb agreement. Subject-verb agreement is actually if the subject is singular, use a singular verb. If the subject is plural, use a plural verb. And also I have showed or I just displayed with the help of a picture also, one bird. So it becomes flies, two birds, it becomes fly. Okay, so base form of the verb is actually the plural form, and the singular form, if you want to change a verb into singular, you should have to use s, es or ies at the end of the verb to change a verb singular. Am I clear? Now, I want to hear a few exercise or examples from you guys. So let me start from Anna. Anna, I want a sentence with the singular subject.
She loves her mom.
She
Loves her mom.
She loves her mom. Okay, she loves her mom. See, she is a singular subject, so she has used loves. She loves. Okay, now I want to hear it from Namasya with the plural subject. Namasya, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Ah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Namasya,
They-
with the plural subject. Yeah,
They like to play cricket.
They like to play cricket. See, they like to play cricket. They like. She has used the base form like. They is plural. So like is also plural in form. Okay, now Aldous with singular subject.
Singular.
I request everybody to note the examples. Underline the verb. Aldous, singular subject.
Ma'am, the boy wears a blue t-shirt.
Oh, the boy wears a blue t-shirt. Wears, W-E-A-R. S, wears a blue t-shirt. Okay, Ameya with a plural subject.
Ma'am, there is a group of boys standing in a line.
There is a group of boys.
Standing in a line.
So it's difficult for you to identify the subject-verb agreement. I want simple sentences. Make it boys.
They are playing football.
They are. See, she has not used is. Is a singular, are is plural. They are playing what?
Football.
Football. They are playing football. Okay, so she used are instead of is. They is plural, so she go for using are. Okay, now I have a doubt. If I write a word does, D-O-E-S, does, is it singular or plural?
Ma'am, it's plural.
Does. The word
Ma'am,
does,
does is
which
plural.
ends with the sir sound. So is it singular or plural?
Ma'am, it's singular.
Singular. He does. She does. Okay. So along with the singular subject, we should go for using does. Do is the base form. So do is the plural form. Okay. Does is singular. Do is plural. Okay. What about has? H-A-S. Has.
Singular.
It is singular. It is also ended with the sound sir. Has. Singular in form. He has. But have is the base form. It is the plural form. You have. They have. Okay, fine. So do is plural. Does is singular. Has singular. Have plural. Am I clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
So according to the basic rule under subject verb agreement, Ananda Krishnan is going to give me the basic rule now.
A singular subject takes a singular verb and a plural subject takes a plural verb.
I want an example, my son.
Example,
Singular subject takes a singular verb. Example.
he jumps in the ground.
I jumps.
No, he
He
jumps in the ground.
jumps on the court. He jumps on the court. Okay. So he singular, jumps singular verb. Okay. Plural subject takes a plural verb. Example.
They are writing. They are writing.
What?
They are writing a
Novel.
novel.
Story. Notes.
They are writing a novel.
They are writing a novel together. Oh my God. Okay, they are writing a novel. Okay, so here they are. They plural subject or plural verb. Okay, fine. Thank you. So let us go into the next one. So first rule is very clear. You're thorough with the first rule. Bird flies and birds fly. Keep this in your mind. These two pictures should be there in your mind. A bird flies, full stop, and birds fly. Okay? Keep this these two pictures in your mind. Basic rule. Now, rule 2, children. Look at rule 2. Two or more singular nouns or pronouns. I'm repeating. Two or more singular nouns. Singular, I'm underlining singular nouns or pronouns joined by the conjunction and, which require a plural verb. I repeat, two singular nouns or singular pronouns joined by and requires a plural verb. Example, gold is a singular noun, silver is also another singular noun. These two examples, these two singular nouns are joined with the conjunction and. It requires a plural verb. R is a plural verb. Not rule number 2. I request everybody to study now itself. You won't get any other time. Look at the board. Rule number 2. Two or more. Two or more than two. Gold and silver. Singular nouns. Or it can be he and I. He and I, singular pronouns. If these words are joined by a conjunction and, it requires a plural verb. Fire and water do not agree. I told you, does is actually singular in form. Do is the base form. It is plural in form. So as the rule number 2 says, if two singular nouns or if two singular pronouns, if it is connected using and the conjunction, then it requires a plural verb. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I clear? Rule number 2 is clear. So what
Yes,
is the
ma'am.
basic rule? What is the basic rule? Ashishuni, tell me the basic rule.
Two or more singular nouns or
No. What is basic rule? The most important rule which is actually placed under subject verb agreement.
a singular subject takes a singular verb and a plural subject takes a plural verb.
State Ekantala. Basic rule.
A singular subject takes singular verb, plural verb takes plural verb.
Plural subject takes plural verb. Okay? Whereas plural subject takes plural verb. What is rule number 2? Atul Krishna.
Ma'am, two or more singular nouns or pronouns joined by and required as a plural verb.
Okay. Amar, what is rule number 2, Amar? Amar, what is rule number 2? Amar, are you there in the class? Amar, can you hear me? There is no light. You are playing with a mobile phone. Amar, can you hear me? He cannot. Okay, I am moving to the next person. Nia Nelson. Nia, what is rule number 2?
Ma'am, two or more singular nouns or pronouns joined by and require a plural.
What is it, Amita? What is second rule?
Two or more singular nouns or pronouns joins by and require a plural verb.
Okay, what is it, Sri Rudra? What is rule number 2, Sri Rudra?
Ma'am, can you hear me?
I can hear you well. What is rule number 2? No way. So, Vinayak Aryan, what is rule number 2?
Two or more singular nouns or pronouns joined by and requires a plural verb.
Geetika, example.
Kerala and Tamil Nadu are two states from India.
Ah, excellent. Kerala, one noun. Tamil Nadu, another noun. So these two singular nouns joined by and. Okay, the conjunction and she got a plural. She used a plural verb after that. Okay, Devaganga Santosh. Devaganga, another example.
Cookie and milk are good combinations.
Devaganga,
Cookie and milk are good combination.
cookie and milk. Oh, cookie and milk are of good combination. Okay, fine. I think she is a very like to eat things like especially the milk and chocolate. Use it, no problem. So children, so according to rule number 2, two singular nouns or two singular pronouns. If these two singular nouns are two or more, it can be two or more. See, it is Aish, Vinayak and Geetika. 3, more than 2, right? So I am just joining the nouns, singular nouns and singular pronouns with a conjunction and. So you must use, it requires a singular or a plural verb. It requires a plural verb. Okay, so I am sharing again rule number 2. My dear children, look at the board. 2 or more singular. I am again repeating, it can be 2 or more. Here I have written examples with 2, but there can be Smriti, Riha and Vinayak. So more than 2 persons, right? But it should be singular in form. It should be singular in form. Is connected by and the conjunction, then it requires a plural verb. Okay, so examples I have written, gold and silver are precious metal. I have used are because it is joined by and. Fire and water. Fire is singular, water is singular, connected by and. So I should use a plural verb. He and I, two singular pronouns connected by and. So I have to go for using where the plural verb. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Okay, now let us share the third rule. We are moving to the rule number 3. Look at the board, everyone. This is 2B. Okay, something 2B means it has some connection with rule number 2. Right? I've told you children, you have a nice picture, my favorite food, bread and butter. See, but. I am starting this third 2B, the rule with but. A few dots in but because it has a connection with the second rule. Okay, but if the nouns suggest, I've told you children, when we move back to the previous slide, I have told you children, if 2 or more singular nouns or pronouns, if it is connected with the help of and the conjunction, it requires a plural verb. But, okay, but if the nouns suggest one idea to the mind, okay, if the noun suggests, if it is 2 in case, but it gives us one single idea to our mind. What do you mean by to our mind? Single idea to our mind, children.
Ma'am, like if this both.
See, suppose if I am speaking about bread and butter, am I thinking it bread separate and butter separate?
No, ma'am, both
No,
together.
both together, right? Rise and fall. Rise and fall of the tide. Once the tide rise up, definitely it has to come down, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Rise and lower the fall of the tide. So sometimes if the singular nouns, 2 singular nouns, if it is connected with the help of and the conjunction, but it gives one single idea to our mind, like bread and butter, like rise and fall. So we have to use only singular verb. I repeat, can you see my video, children? Is my video affected?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am, we can see your video.
Okay, I'm getting messages here. Okay, thank you. See children, so let me share the screen once again. 2B, before 2B, let me take 2, the first rule number 2, 2 or more singular nouns or pronouns. If it is joined by and, it requires a plural verb. But if the noun suggests one single idea to the mind or refers to the same person or thing, but it refers to the same person or thing. The verb must be singular in form. So there is an exceptional case here. See, first I said, children, you must. First I said, initially I said, children, you must use a plural verb with two singular nouns which is connected by and. Two or more singular nouns connected with or connected by and. At the same time I said, but children, remember, if it gives one single idea to our mind, bread and butter. Okay, rise and fall of the tide. I have to say that rise, once the tide rise up, it should have to come down. So rise and lowering or the fall of the tide. It is one single idea. When we think about the rise of the water, definitely we think about the fall of the water, right? Yes or no? So such cases, we must use a singular verb because we are thinking it as only one single thing, right? So I have a homework before ending the session today. Children, please find out 5 sentences
Yes, ma'am.
with the second rule, 2B, rule number 2B. Okay? Thank you. 7A, thank you.
Ma'am,